Welcome to the QueenDreamz podcast. QueenDreamz works with ladies of all calibers to help live life by design and not by default. Tune in every Monday for the motivational moments and every Wednesday for Wellness Wednesdays. QueenDreamz brings videos and webisodes to this station every week that is sure to motivate, inspire, and encourage women all across the globe. Thank you in advance. Now, here's your host of QueenDreamz.
Hello, ladies. Thank you for joining QueenDreamz today. Hey, listen, do me a favor. If you like what you hear today, please share, like, and subscribe. We are really grateful that we're trying to grow our YouTube community, and we want you to be a part of us. So if you could take a minute to just do that, share, like, and subscribe, that will be awesome, especially if you like something that you hear today. So for today's subject, I'll get into that in just a moment, but QueenDreamz work with ladies to live life by design and not default. If you are a lady by the sound of my voice and you are in need of motivation, encouragement, and inspiration to live life by design and not default, if you want to make some changes, if you need a coach in your life, please contact me on my Facebook page. It's QueenDreamz, QueenDreamz, or join this community and I'll be sure to bring some motivation, encouragement, and inspiration to you every Wednesday on our Wellness Wednesday webisode. All right. So for today, I know this is not Wednesday per se. This is going to be Think About It Thursday. How about that? All right. So been seeing some things about Atlanta. Yes. Hotlanta. Some of us know it as Hotlanta. QueenDreamz was a resident of Hotlanta for about 24 years. Yes, about 24 years off and on. So I'm going to talk to you today about why not move to Atlanta, or why should you move to Atlanta? So you could take it either way. I'll go through 3 things why you should, and then I'll go through why you should not. So let's start with why you should. There's a lot of different opinions. But as someone that lived there for about 24 years, I know that city pretty well. Why should you move to Atlanta? Well, I recommend, yes, I said I recommend because I do. If you're between the ages of 18 to about 25, 26, 27-ish, it's a great place for you to go, especially if you're coming from a small country town where there is not a lot of opportunity. Atlanta offers a lot of great opportunities for school. There are some great churches there. There is a large Black community in Atlanta, Georgia. Lots of civil rights. Historians live there. There's a lot of history about Black people as a community that is available to you right there in the city of Atlanta. There are some things that are available in Atlanta that you will probably not be able to have access to anywhere in this world, because that's the home of the civil rights movement. That is the home of Martin Luther King Jr. That is the home of a lot of entertainers, a lot of famous Black people that you oftentimes have the privilege of just bumping into in the airport, bumping into in the grocery store, seeing graves across your church altar or stage just in regular worship service. So why should you move to Atlanta? If you don't have access to those things that I just mentioned, that might be a reason why. Number 2, if you need a better education. Yes, if you need a better education, there are some great colleges, academic institutions right there in the city of Atlanta. If you're looking to go to a historical Black college, there's a few right there in the city of Atlanta. You have Spelman, you have Clark, you have Morehouse. You have some really good educational establishments right there in the city of Atlanta. Also, if you want to be able to, if you have the spirit of entrepreneurship, now here's where it would be different for everybody and different for some others. If you are wanting to be in a community of Black people who are thriving and striving for their entrepreneurship to grow, that is a great city for that. That is the city where you're going to learn how to, quote, make it happen. Some people say that's a hustling city. Well, it will, if you are hungry and you're eager and if you're young, why not go there and be among that type of environment? Another thing to go there for is, the culture, black culture. There are some cities that don't offer the type of black culture that Atlanta offers. Now, there are some reasons why I would not recommend you move there after a certain age, and I'll get to that in just a second. But if you're young, if you're single, if you're not looking to have a family anytime soon, key phrase, if you just want to live your life, you want to party, you want to hang out, you want to just be free in that regard where you're not disrespecting anyone else or yourself, great place to go. If you're looking to just explore, learn who you are, figure out what type of business you want to do, what type of job you want, Atlanta is a great place for a young black person to go and adventure. Atlanta is a great place for you to learn about your culture as a black person, because within that city of Atlanta, which is inside the 285 metro area, there's a lot of individuals that look like you. Yes, right in the city of Atlanta. Now, as you get out into more of the suburban areas, it becomes a little bit more diverse. However, within the city limits, within the 285 circle, as we all know who's lived there before, you have a lot of your peers right within that circle. So go there, explore, learn about you, learn about your people, learn about your heritage. That is one of the cities where you will not have access to blacks on that level. It's very common to see famous people in Atlanta. I mean, like I said, grocery store, restaurant, church. Some of the most wonderful churches are available in Atlanta. Some of the most great environments for college students are, especially in the AUC, are right there in Atlanta. If you strive to go to one of those HBCUs right there in Atlanta, you can't get that in other cities the way that you can in Atlanta. Now, for the other individuals, why should you not move to Atlanta? All right, let's start with our ladies. Because I speak to ladies, I'm going to focus more on black women. This has been my experience as a woman of color that has lived in Atlanta. Past motherhood, I don't recommend that for mothers. I don't recommend it for single mothers. Here's why. Single mothers need to be in a community where you are supported first and foremost as a woman. If you by default or if you by choice or if you by force have now become a single mother, I don't recommend Atlanta, Georgia for you. Especially if you are a woman of a particular age looking to date with the intent to marry. Now, ladies, if you know that you are a church-going, Bible-toting, praying, tithing, mission-going woman of substance, woman of God, you'll probably be waiting for some time to meet, quote, your Boaz. The culture in Atlanta is, quote, everything goes. Yes, I said that out loud. QueenDreamz knows this for sure. The culture in Atlanta is everything goes. If you do your Twitter searches, if you do your Facebook searches, if you do your Google searches, you will see where men there have plenty of options for anything that goes. So if you know that you're believing for a husband who has the same similar beliefs as yourself, I don't recommend Atlanta. This is why you should not move to Atlanta. There are other wonderful cities where you will be celebrated as a woman, okay? Not a confused woman, but a woman of substance, rather than going to a city where you will not be able to compete with Sodom and Gomorrah lifestyles. Yes, I said that out loud. You will not be able to compete. Now, as women of substance, you know you're able to pray, but I'm just going to keep it real, ladies. That is a city where all things go. You have women that have not caught up with their true beauty and essence of who they are and exploit themselves by allowing themselves to be with a man that has more than one woman, a man that has been married or is currently married or is separated, who's, still married, but, sharing life with you. So if that's not the environment you want to entangle or involve yourself with, I don't recommend Atlanta for that reason. Number 2, I do not recommend Atlanta for the real estate market. That market, yes, I said that out loud as well. I worked in the business for many years, yes. And I saw the difference of another market or two in the value you get for what you spend on the real estate market in Atlanta. I don't necessarily support that because I understand the power of money. the power of the American dollar. So therefore, I think that your money will go further in other places, but do your research. Okay. Number 3, employment status. If you're of a particular age, and when I keep saying that, I mean like if you're grown up status, I don't say 35 and up, it's time to start looking somewhere else. Atlanta's a play city where if you're not ready to settle down, if you're not ready to buy a property, if you're not ready to get in a career track, yeah, it's probably not your city per se. Now, each individual, this is case by case scenario. I can only give you what my experience has been and that of a lot of other people that I know very personally and very well that has lived in that city, if not longer than 24 years. Just the same amount of time. So I bring you a credible source. 24 years is a long time to get to know a city. I practically grew up in that city, so I'm very in tune to what it has to offer. So this is a very credible source. House-wise, employment-wise, houses are higher than your employment status in terms of wages. I don't necessarily think or know at this given point that what you pay for your home will be commensurate with what you're going to actually earn in terms of your take-home pay. On paper and take-home is two different things. So if you require a certain lifestyle and you have to work in a W-2 position, not 1099, where you're self-contracted or self-employed, you may want to rethink your option. There are other cities that may pay you more for the value of your education and your experience than in Atlanta. Atlanta can be very competitive because there are a lot of people that offer the same type of experience. So you may want to consider a larger city where there's a lot more options and opportunities, where there's not a saturated amount of people doing the same thing. So again, I do recommend Atlanta. Why you should move to Atlanta if you're under age 25, 18 to 25, where you're exploring, you're kind of having fun, you're entertaining yourself. By the time you get to about 27, 28, 29, 30-ish, you should be thinking more settling down, maybe, lifestyle changes, maybe 35 for sure. 35 and up, I don't recommend Atlanta for that, especially if you're a single woman, especially if you're a single Black mother. I don't recommend Atlanta. So that's my take. I hope it's been of help to you. I would never slight the city of Atlanta. Atlanta is a great city. For us grown-ups, it's great for us to go visit for a couple of days and then we're out, because we know that grown-ups like to not share their spouses and partners with the community. We also know that money is important, so therefore we like our homes to be of a particular value that will be a good investment, and we like to make a good living. So for us grown ladies, I don't recommend Atlanta for that. If you are wanting more information about why you should move to Atlanta, send me an email. If you want more information about why you should not move to Atlanta, please send me an email for that also. I'm here every Wednesday on our YouTube channel. I would love it if you join us, be a part of our YouTube family, and also join us on Facebook on Mondays on Motivation Monday. It's been a pleasure to come before you. Ladies, join us for a workshop where we will talk about restructuring, rebranding, refocusing, recovering, and rebuilding. That workshop, called Matters of the Heart, will be held virtually on October the 3rd at 6 p.m. Central. I can be contacted on Facebook, also Instagram. All you have to type in your search engine is Queen, Queen Dreams, DREAMZ, or on my website. The email address and the contact information is in this webisode. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much. Thank you for taking your time to listen to QueenDreamz.